5, Unit 19, subtracting 2 or 3-digit numbers from 3-digit numbers. Unit 19.1, we're subtracting 2-digit numbers from 3-digit numbers, Part 1. Let's look at example A. We're going to start with our ones column. You cannot subtract 9 from 7. So that means we have to come over to the tens position, borrow from the 5, make it a 4. That in turn makes that 7 a 17. So now 17 minus 9 equals 8. In the tens column, 4 minus 2 equals 2. And in the hundreds column, you just bring the 2 down for a final answer of 228. Unit 19.2, subtract 2-digit numbers from 3-digit numbers, Part 2. Example B. We look in our ones position, we have 2 minus 8 does not equal 4. So therefore we know that we had to borrow at some point. So we had to borrow from the 4, make it a 3, to make that a 1. 12 minus 8 is 4. You also cannot take 4 from 3, so we had to borrow again. Well, if we look at our answer for our hundreds position, it's a 2. But because we had to borrow, that means that our missing number was originally a 3. Unit 19.3. Subtract 2 or 3-digit numbers from 3-digit numbers. Let's look at example A. In the ones column, you cannot subtract 7 from 6. So we're going to jump over to the tens column and we're going to borrow. The 4 becomes a 3 and the 6 in the ones column becomes a 16. 16 minus 7 is 9. In the tens column, you also cannot subtract 8 from 3. So we got to jump over to the hundreds column and borrow. So the 3 becomes a 2, and the 3 that was in the tens column becomes a 13. 13 minus 8 is 5, and then in our hundreds column, 2 minus 1 is 1 for a final answer of 159. Let's look at example B. We have a missing number we want to fill in, but let's start with the ones. 9 minus 0 is 9. Let's look at the tens column. We have our missing number. Is there a number that when you subtract 4 will give you 9? Not a single digit number, which lets us know that we had to borrow in this problem. So I'm going to put a 1 next to that box. Now, we could also look at this backwards. 9, which was our answer, plus 4 is 13, which means that our missing number in the box was a 3. Unit 19.4, subtract 3-digit numbers from 3-digit numbers, Part 1. Let's look at example B. Let's start on the far right and look at the ones position. 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 minus 6 does not give us 9. So again, we know that we had to borrow, so we're going to take the 7 from the hundreds position and make it a 6, and make the 5 a 15. Now 15 minus 6 is 9. So what would we have to subtract from 6 to get an answer of 1? Our missing number is 5. Unit 19.5, subtracting 3-digit numbers from 3-digit numbers, Part 2. In example A, we have 2 numbers that are missing. So let's look at the ones column. 2 minus what number equals 2? Well, if we have a 2 as an answer, that means we didn't subtract anything. So the first number is a 0. 3 minus 1 in our tens column is 2. And then what number minus 2 would equal 1? That means that the second missing number is a 3. Let's look at example B. We have also 2 missing numbers here. Is there a single digit number that when we subtract 7 from gives us 9? No. But we can work backwards and think 9 plus 7 is 16, so that missing number had to be a 6. And we ended up at some point borrowing and making that a 4. Because if you look now, 4 minus 4 is 0. Let's look at the hundreds column. What number minus 1 equals 3? Well, that would be 4 is our second missing number.